Hey everybody, this is Valkyrie Gaming. I'm Ian, and today I'm going to go over a 5.2 BM Hunter Guide. And I'm going to start out with talents, and the very first tier of the talents involves disengage, and the first one is post haste, which when you disengage, you remove all impairing effects and move at 60% movement speed. Next is narrow escape, where you disengage and you trap the target in webs for 8 seconds, which is kind of helpful against warriors and DKs so they don't catch up to you immediately after you post haste. And then finally, Crouching Tiger Hidden Chimera, where it reduces the cooldown of disengage by 10 seconds and deterrence by 60. Next, we move on to Silencing Shot, which silences the target for 3 seconds on a 24-second cooldown. Next, Wyvern Sting, which is on a 45-second cooldown and puts the target to sleep for 30 seconds, PvP 7 seconds. And finally, Binding Shot, which is an AoE shot where you put it on the ground and any target within 5 yards that moves into it is strung to the arrow, kind of, and if they move within 5 yards of the shot, it stuns them for 3 seconds. Next is Exhilaration, which is a absolute need for arenas, and it's a 2-minute cooldown, and it heals you for 30% of your health and 100% for your pet health. Next is Aspect of the Iron Hawk, which increases range attack power by 15% and reduces all damage taken by 15%, and it replaces Aspect of the Hawk. And finally, we have Spirit Bond, which when activated, when your pet is active, you will regenerate 2% of your health every 2 seconds, kind of like a crappy version of the Second Wind that warriors have. Next is Fever, which is probably one of the most useless talents ever given to us. I'm not even going to go over it. Next is Dire Beast, which is on a 30-second cooldown, and you summon a beast, which is really nice because it can give you CC. To attack a target for 15 seconds, and each time the beast deals damage, you will gain 5 focus. Finally is Thrill of the Hunt, which is a 30% chance when you fire a ranged attack that costs focus or kill command to reduce the cost focus of your next 3 arcane shots or multi-shots by 20. I usually use that in PvE. Next is Murder of Crows, which I don't see many hunters using except like new ones, and you just summon a shit ton of crows to kill your target for 2 minutes. They're pretty annoying. It's basically the only effect they do. You can take it out on a little bit of health though. Blink Strike is definitely my favorite though. It does 600% normal pet damage and teleports up to 40 yards away on a 20-second cooldown. And it can be really helpful in arena when a person only has about 30 or 40k health left and they're far away and you can't hit them, you're out of focus, you can just Blink Strike, catches right up to them. Next is Link Rush, which is, it used to be an amazing talent. It's on a 1.5-second cooldown. Your pet attacks a target 9 times over 4 seconds and causes them a bleed. It used to just be a regular attack that did like 20k crits, but now it's just a bleed, so it's a piece of shit. Don't use it. The last tier of talents is just mainly up to you. Glaive Toss, you just throw glaives at the target, and it hits them for probably about 30k damage, and it reduces their speed for 30 seconds, and anybody in between them is also reduced by 30 seconds. So nice little CC thing, and it costs 15 focus. Powershot, which I love to use while I'm in camouflage, is a 2.82 second cast, 20 focus, 1 minute cooldown, and it does 800% weapon damage to the target and 400% weapon damage to all enemies between you and the target, and also knocks them back, so it's kind of, it interrupts their spellcast. Finally is Barrage, which is just an absolute piece of shit. It's channeled, it just shoots a bunch of bolts everywhere, and hits them, doesn't do much damage. Definitely don't use it in PvP or PvE. Next, we're going to go into glyphs, and to start off, I love the glyph of camouflage. I use the glyph of camouflage because it definitely gives you an increased survivability effect, definitely, and also if you're going up against maybe double warrior, you can open up whenever you want, you can put traps down whenever you want, and they can't see it. So that's a definite need. Next is Glyph of Mirror Blades, which when you hit deterrence, you have 100% chance to reflect involves with double casters. Usually I put on Glyph of Mirror Blades, or I'll switch it out with the Explosive Trap, which knocks back enemies from wherever. So usually I use that on maps that have like a bridge across it, or can't remember what the map is called, but it has like a river in it, and when you knock them down, they get line of sighted, and then I just absolutely open up on their partner. And finally, there is Glyph of Animal Bond, which gives you 10%. 10% increased healing effect for you and your player. Other than that, really, I don't use any other glyphs. Glyph of Disengage really isn't that helpful. Just increases distance that you travel when you hit disengage. Distraction Shot, don't use that. I guess Mirror Blades, I switched that out with Explosive Shot. But other than that, there's no really use of anything. Honestly, I don't know what Glyph of No Escape does at all, because they're in a freezing trap, so I guess you only have one hit to do 20% increased critical strike. Glyph of Deterrence, I use that on the new Spirit Beasts, the 3 porcupines, because they do shit tons of damage. Glyph of Liberation I haven't really used yet because it's brand new. Just came out today. And it only heals you. It heals you for 5% of your health when you disengage. I guess that can be a plus, but you're also getting rid of your really, really much needed major glyphs that I already have up there. So yeah, definitely want to use those 3. Hunters really don't have any helpful minor glyphs, even though most other classes have helpful minor glyphs. Like the Warlocks have the glyph that lets them run on water, which is so overpowered. I can't stand that they're allowed to do that. I wish I could too. Oh yeah, and also there's Glyph of Master's Call, which I forgot to mention, which increases your Master's Call effect by 5 seconds. And Master Call, like when, let's say if I disengage and a warrior tries to charge me, I won't get a 3-second stun. I can just keep running, which is really helpful. So yeah, I'm just going to go on to minor glyphs. I usually use Glyph of Tame Beast because I tame a lot of Spirit Beast, and you never know when a rare is just gonna pop up if you're going through any place and you want to get that pet. Next is Glyph of Aspect of the Cheetah, where if you get hit by anything while using Aspect of the Cheetah, you don't get dazed, but instead all of your aspects are on a 4-second cooldown, which I actually use that a lot when I'm in Glyph of Camouflage. And then last, I just have Glyph of Fireworks. I have no idea why I put that in there. The second mop came out, I just threw that in there because I thought it was pretty cool. But I think I'm going to switch it out with Glyph of Stampede, because with that, I can take out my Spirit Beast, and I can hit Spirit Mend, and with I can't even remember how many beasts come out with Stampede. But if you think about, I think about 6 plus your pet, so that makes 7 Spirit Mends on you at one time. It's pretty nice. And that's basically it for talents and glyphs. Just definitely don't. I wish Blizzard would really make minor glyphs better for hunters. I don't know, throw something real nice in there. Next, we're going to go on to macros. For me as a hunter, honestly, I don't use that many macros. I have this one, which is my burst macro. I'll put that into my, I'll put them in the box below. I use /cast rapid fire, bestial wrath, my rabid, which you need to be in frosty spec for that. Intimidation, so it stuns them for 3 seconds when I hit them, so they can't just blink away if it's a mage or anything like that. Next I have Arcane Shot and Killshot, which is, I have a stop casting on it, so if I'm casting, I can just and they have low health, I can't just jump anymore to get rid of Cobra Shot because they got rid of that with getting rid of Aspect of the Hawk, so you just have to do that instead. And then also I have my Spirit Mend macro, which targets me and puts Spirit Mend on me. Next is stats priority and gems. The very first thing you want to do when you get in, or when you start gearing up, is you want to get your, not crit chance, your expertise chance. Expertise is the chance to be dodged by a different player, and once you get to 3%, no one has, it's a 0% dodge chance. So if I were you, just, when you get above that 3%, just, or same with hit also, it's a 3% hit cap. Just reforge into mainly. I mean, I like reforging into crit because I like to use powershot, and powershot can be just huge when you have a big crit. I've hit mages and other people for over 200k before, and it's just amazing. Also, you want to spec into PvP power, because of course the more PvP power you do, or you have, the more damage you do. Right now I only have 42.26% PvP power, which isn't that much. Next is gemming. For gemming, for blue slots, I like to gem into PvP power just so I can do more damage. For red gems, or for red gem slots, I like to use agility, because, I mean, that's what every hunter uses. And then for yellow, I use PvP resilience, because you want to just stack the absolute shit out of PvP resilience. You don't want to be caught in from two mages just bursting you down immediately. You know, you need a chance. So yeah, just definitely when you get your hit and expertise up, just immediately just start reforging. Next is going to be the rotation, and what I like to do is I start out in camouflage, and I'll pick my target, you know, I'll try to get into a trap, and then I use my macro, which is going to pop all my cooldowns and power shot, and then after that I use my kill command, then my blink strike, and then my dire beast, so I just have everything out at once. And then after that you're just going to want to spam the shit out of Arcane shot. And once you can't use that anymore, I usually use 2 to 3 Cobra shots just to get my my focus back up, and by that time your dire beast has also gotten a bunch of your focus back up, and then you just keep on spamming Arcane shot until, you know, kill command or blink strikes up, and of course then use bestial wrath. Also remember, kill command costs only 20 focus instead of 40 focus when bestial wrath is up. So yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys like this review or guide, and rate, comment, and sub. Thanks.